When the quarantine started, Jill Zarin and her daughter Allie saw a need to feed those on the front lines and help out. So they sprung into action and started Noshes for Nurses. They're gaining a lot of traction right now. It's an amazing cause. Jill and Allie, join us now. How are you two doing? Thanks for Skyping in.
Thank you so much. We're a little exhausted, I'm not gonna lie. We have really been at this 24 hours a day for now, I think 5 weeks, nonstop. And it's a lot. We took on a project we didn't realize how massive it would be, and totally worth it. My dog obviously agrees with me.
How did this idea initially come to you?
You know, I have a lot of friends who are nurses and doctors, etc. And after this whole thing started, we wanted to do something for them because we felt that they're very isolated and they're just really overworked and underappreciated. And you can't even recognize who's behind the mask. And they're exhausted physically. They've given up so much. You wanted to talk about truly sacrificing. They're sacrificing their lives because every time they walk in, they don't know if they're going to come out sick. And some of them are dying.
Most of them do have it, yeah.
Right, and we actually know a few who've gotten it. We know people who have passed, not personally, but we know about. So what could a Jewish mother do? Feed. You know, feed and clothe. That's my job. So I said to Allison, who's now unemployed, along with millions of other people, what can we do to help? Because we have the time to do it. And really, Allison has a million friends in New York City and in Florida, and it started. So we started this GoFundMe. The most important part is the money. I funded it myself to begin with, but now people have been donating, and there's no donation too small. I can't emphasize that when I see $5 or $10 come across, I know they're listening to me because it's about the volume of people. So family members go to the site because they've heard about it, and sometimes they see people that they know, and they also get inspired to send us a DM. Allison, you can talk about that when people write a letter into us and find us on GoFundMe.
Over and over again, they'll say, you know, I'm a night nurse, my friend's a night nurse, and we can't find any restaurant to deliver. So we partnered with Stickies, by Chloe, Dough, Juice Press, Insomnia Cookies, to make sure that these night nurses especially are getting fed at all hours of the day and night.
How has the process been so far? How much have you raised? What does that look like?
Yes, to date we've raised over $50,000 across the country. We've delivered to Wisconsin, Illinois, Texas, MD Anderson tomorrow, Florida, New York, New Jersey, Long Island, and about 19,000 frontliners, including firefighters as of last week.
Luckily, you two do have a platform. You know, Jill, obviously a lot of people know you from Real Housewives of New York. Have any of your former castmates reached out or donated or really helped?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Patty Stanger, who's a Bravo friend, $1,000. Luann, Countess Luann gave us, I think, $1,000.
Yeah. Heather McDonald.
Heather McDonald gave us $1,000, and it helps.
Yeah.
But we need everybody, and it makes you feel good about being able to do something and feed someone. Believe it or not, if you give me $1, that $1 is going to buy a cookie, and that's going to put a smile on someone's face. You would think I was giving them millions of dollars, you know, or jewelry or something really, you know, valuable or whatever.
And these meals are more than just food. They're also a time and a place for them to get together as a family and enjoy the meal and be together and talk and have a smile
Share
for
stories.
a few minutes.
It's truly incredible what you're doing. So for people watching, how can they pay it forward and how can they donate?
Allie?
Sure. So go on our GoFundMe. It's gofundme.com/Noshes for Nurses. You can also find us on Instagram at Noshes for Nurses, at Mrs. Jill Zarin, at Ali Shapiro, and just reach out to us. If you have a friend, a loved one, yourself that wants a meal or even a Lyft ride, if you're in New York City, we're happy to help and get it for you.
And one more thing. So I have a rug line, Jill Zarin Rugs, and we just launched my outdoor collection. You know, the timing couldn't be better. So in honor of that, the company who makes the rugs is going to match any donations that we raise from your show. So if you go to GoFundMe, Noshes for Nurses, and make a donation, Jill Zarin Rugs will match the donation. So we're very excited in honor of my new outdoor rug collection coming out.
Jill and Allie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe and
Thank you for having us.
Medical professionals have quickly become some of America's most fearless frontline soldiers as they continue to risk their own lives while saving others amid the coronavirus pandemic. For some, this includes caring for pregnant women who have COVID-19 and their babies once they're born. Joining me today to talk about what it's like working in obstetrics during COVID-19 crisis is Jersey Shore University Medical Center obstetrics technician, Nicole Tellerico. Nicole, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about what your working environment is currently like and how you're managing to protect yourself.
I think that the biggest challenge, I would say, would be that moms that are experiencing symptoms or any kind of thought of being, a patient under observation for COVID-19 are not permitted to hold their baby. The positive patients, we are going in the room and feeding the baby and changing the baby and holding the baby. Here we come in with all this gear on, an N95 mask, a gown, gloves, a hat, all these things, and we look like Martians to these babies, holding them and feeding them.
For you, what have you found has been the most emotional part of this experience so far?
I honestly think that the most emotional part is the visitation situation. The visitation policies have been drastically changed, and it's really hard for a mom who's been pregnant for 9 months, awaiting this exciting moment, and is having a baby, and they come in to deliver, and now they're told, you can only have your one support person. You can't have anyone come visit you, and dads have to come in and have a mask on the entire time that they're in the building. You're not permitted to leave the room. You and your support person are confined to your postpartum room for the entire stay. We had a woman holding her baby at the window to her parents, which would have been the baby's grandparents, holding up signs congratulating her. And it's sad. It's sad to see that they can't come see that baby.
You're probably feeling a little bit anxious or stressed, perhaps going into work each morning or each night, whatever shift you're on.
Oh, absolutely.
Where's your mindset?
It's stressful driving into the parking lot. It's eerie because, there's no visitors allowed, so the parking lots are empty, which they used to be completely packed. It's kind of uneasy when you drive past the ER and you see the tents. But once I'm on my unit, it's a little easier because we're still just going through the motions and doing the same thing that we've always done. We had a lot of community support, so that's definitely the positive of all this. We've received so many donations and great output support from everybody. There was a day that the Neptune police station and fire trucks all came and they turned on their lights and blared their horns as the shift change. It was during shift change. So the outgoing shift and the oncoming shift had like a parade pretty much. It's uplifting support that we've gotten from a lot of different avenues.
Speaking of coming together, are there any charities or organizations or nonprofits that you personally really just hold close to your heart that you would hope our viewers would consider donating to if they have the means to?
I know that working for Hackensack Meridian Health, that they have a great website that has a lot of information that could help, lead you towards the proper places that the money would be useful most.
We thank you so much for being here, and of course, stay safe out there. We are thinking about you, and we appreciate all that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Guys, very pumped to be here with country star Jimmy Allen. He's been spotlighting a couple people during this isolation period, and they're here too. Aaron Vance and Cody Newman. It's so good to see all of you. Thank you for being here. Jimmy, how are things going with isolation?
Trying to write and create, and I was like, yeah, I'm struggling right now, but it's cool. It's getting better.
You're doing a lot of good right now in the midst of that. Even though you're struggling with things, you're spotlighting these new artists during this time. How did that idea come about?
I love new artists, man. I got my start because one person believed in me. There's a lot of artists that I like that are new that just haven't been given that opportunity. Immediately, I thought of my boy Aaron Vance.
So now I'm about to watch Aaron Vance's video.
Well, I met Jimmy at the RCA building over in Nashville. I came up here back in 2014 and with a song called Country DNA. And I'm just a country boy from Amory, Mississippi. Jimmy, I want to say this to you, brother. Everything you just said, I talked to my girl about the other day, and you don't see a lot of people that's out there that's artists that have a chance to do something when they get that chance.
I'm happy to do it, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it. You know.
Hey, Cody. So, Cody, I was looking at your Instagram a little bit, watching some of your videos. You got a lot of music on there.
Hello, what's your plan today?
Talk to me about your music and what it means to you to have, the spotlight that Jimmy's put on you.
Jimmy has really been there for me since the beginning. I'm still really growing as an artist. I think developing a community is a very important thing as an artist. I released my EP September of last year, and that was really crazy. I got it on Radio Disney for a long time. It's off right now, for now. And I love writing, and I really hope I can write, sing, and perform for the rest of my life.
Thank you all for taking time. Jimmy Allen,
Hey, thank
wish
you
all
so
the best.
much.
Thanks for having me.
Aaron,
Thank
Cody,
y'all.
thank you.